welcome to this weekly update. I'm Julia Lee, an equity strategist at Bell Direct, and we're right in the middle of half-year earnings season, and earnings season is so important because earnings growth is a long-term driver of share price performance. The great news is that we've had a number of companies outperforming this week. In particular, we've seen CIMIC, Premier Investments, Carsales, as well as Transurban doing well either on the back of results or higher forecast earnings. On the flip side though, Genworth not having a good week with losing a substantial amount of ground after its poor outlook in its result. But altogether, we are expecting to see growth in the FY17 earnings year, and that means that any pullbacks that we see in 2017 are likely to be mild and opportunities to buy. Having a look at some of the forecasts in the market, and Citigroup forecasting that earnings will grow by 17% in the current financial year. Deutsche Bank predicting growth of 13% and Morgan's predicting growth of 11.5%. It will be the first time in 3 years that we see earnings growth come through for the Australian share market. Given that we are in the midst of earnings season, let's focus in on some of the hits and misses that brokers are expecting this half-year earnings season. Starting off with Deutsche Bank, and they expect good results to come through and positive surprises from the likes of Amcor, Fletcher Building, Harvey Norman, JB Hi-Fi, QBE, as well as Rio Tinto and The Star. On the flip side though, they expect disappointments to come through from REA Group as well as Worley Parsons. They think some of the stocks that are overloved and that investors should be cautious about include Duet Group, Nine Entertainment, QBE Insurance, Seven West Media, as well as G8 Education. On the flip side, some underloved stocks that may be interesting include News Corp, Seek, Transurban, Cochlear, as well as Harvey Norman. Moving from Deutsche Bank's list to Goldman Sachs' list, and Goldman Sachs thinks these stocks will positively surprise this earnings season. Like Deutsche Bank, it has the Star Entertainment Group as well as JB Hi-Fi on its list. It also has A2 Milk, Real Estate, BlueScope Steel, Oil Search, as well as Amcor. On the flip side, it agrees with Deutsche Bank that Worley Parsons is likely to disappoint this earnings season. It also thinks Bellamy's, Bendigo and Adelaide, Ingenua Communities, Santos, as well as Caltex will be disappointments. Having a look at some of the sectors, and odds this week concentrating on the telecom sector, which has been beaten down over the past year. It has most of the stocks in this space as a buy or an accumulate. Vocus at a buy with a target price of $5.25. Telstra with an accumulate rating and a target price of $5.45. And TPG a hold rating with a target price of $6.65. JP Morgan though focused in on iron ore prices, which once again hit a fresh 52-week high this week. It has increased its forecast iron ore price for 2017 by 22%. It thinks it's going to be a strong year for BHP Billiton, Rio Tinto, as well as Fortescue Metals. UBS also focusing in on the resource sector this week, concentrating on having a look at FY17 earnings on a spot price basis. And if we have a look at spot prices, FY17 earnings would increase 27% for BHP Billiton, 58% for Rio Tinto, and for Fortescue 47%. Alumina looks especially bullish with an increase of 91% to 2017 earnings. But on the flip side, some stocks also having some downside if you incorporate spot prices, including South32, which would be down 2%, Whitehaven Coal, whose earnings would be down 5% at spot prices, Western Areas, whose earnings would be down by 63%, and some of the gold miners, Newcrest Mining down by 9%, and Evolution down by 12%. Of course, earnings season continues to notch up a gear this coming week, and the big ones to watch out for will be Commonwealth Bank, Telstra, as well as Wesfarmers. Commonwealth Bank, Wesfarmers reporting on Wednesday, Telstra reporting on Thursday, and of course, if you want the full calendar of events, feel free to go to the Bell Direct website to have a look at that earnings calendar, belldirect.com.au. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well on the market and hope to see you next week. I'm Julia Lee from Bell Direct.